Alright, welcome back to Stay Democratic People's Republic of Korea, everyone. I'm ChaosMaelstrom, but you guys should know that by now. I mean, this is the 5th video in the series, so yeah. Anyway, we've got a date with Jung today, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, Jung doesn't even wait for my reply. She grabs me by my hand and leads me out the door. And, as she said, the trolley bus is just about to pull up to the door. Wonder how she managed to get the tram to give her service at the door. She pulls me up and leads me all the way to the back. No one else is aboard yet. I apologize, our regular driver is out sick today, so we'll be on this tram today. It may take a little longer than usual to arrive, though. And that's okay, we can just relax and check out the view then. Looking at the trolley bus, I can see why it'll take longer. This clunker has been around since the 1970s, and from the looks of it, the bus was made in some Soviet bloc country. I think the markings on some of the equipment making up the trolley bus are in Czech. Maybe Hungarian. Well, whatever country produced it, by all rights it should be rusting in a scrapyard back there. Instead, it appears to be part of the Korean mass transit system. As it moves, I can hear the engine creak and grumble under the weight of 50 years of abuse. Seriously, I think I saw a guy on a bicycle pass us, and he was pretty chubby. You know, that's the first fat person I've seen in the entire country. Don't you know, fat people are like rare Pokemon over in the East. Well, except the big man himself. Oh! Oh, man. You're not going to get yourself have shots fired at you, buddy. My thoughts are interrupted as I feel something lightly fall on my shoulder. It appears Jong, tired from fighting with Yoonji, has liberally made use of my shoulder as a pillow. Not that I mind. I can get used to this. Jong is asleep on my shoulder. The looks I'm getting some of the other people who have filtered onto the bus over the last hour are weirding me out, though. You know, that really is the worst part. Every person here either looks terrified of me or like they want to kill me. Yoonji falls into the latter category. And Jong, well, I guess she doesn't fall into either. Oh, great. Sounds like the brakes were almost shot out on this death trap, too. And that's the list of things that are wrong with this country. What was that line? We live, we die again. Yeah, and that sums this up. The walls shake at the slightest bump, the seat belts are ripped out, most of the windows are sealed shut, and I'm pretty sure there's a spring from the seat making its way up my ass. We'd be safer and more comfortable if that car we've been taking everywhere. I will never bitch about the noise from our tanks ever again, or being shot at while I'm in one. At least it takes more than a gust of wind to take out our tanks. This death-defying ride is making another tour of Afghanistan sound downright cozy. The brakes must have startled Jong as she's lifting her head slightly. Man, I was wondering how long we were going to rag on the Deathmobile. Are we there yet? No, we aren't dead yet, nor are we at our destination. Our ride through purgatory will continue. She nods and puts her head back down. I rest my hand lightly on her shoulder. Thanks, that feels nice. I'd say it was worth it, except all the locals getting on the bus looked really astonished, seeing a foreign white dude with his arm around a sleeping member of the Korean military. However, they don't say anything, so I guess maybe it was worth it. After another harrowing hour, which felt more like 20 hours, we finally arrive at our destination and get off the bus. This is the Pyeongchang... Oh, God. Oh, wait. No, I read that right. Pyeongchang District. Home of the Mansudai... Mansudai! I need to learn how to say that word if we're going to be here. Home of the Mansudai Art Studio. It's here where all of our vital works of art are created, and this is one of the largest centers of art production in the world. It sounds like the first fact I've heard since I got to this country. This place is huge, and so many people everywhere. With all of our outdoor and indoor sections combined, this is easily the largest art studio I've ever seen. It is impressive, isn't it? So many wonderful pieces of art have come from here. But let's not just stand and talk here about it. Let me show you around. She grabs my hand and leads me to a large outside monument. By the looks of it, I'm starting to question if I'm in Korea or the former Soviet Union. So yeah, hammer and sickle, those are definitely old school communism symbols. But why the paintbrush? It's a calligraphy brush. It symbolizes the intellectuals in union with the workers and farmers. And the red buildings flanking the monument? They're meant to resemble flags. The words at the top say, ever victorious. By why the communist symbols? By why the communist symbols? Yeah, people totally talk like that. While our country has moved on from traditional Marxist communism into Juche, it's still a strong foundation of how our country came to be founded. Also, the circular foundation is 70 meters in diameter to symbolize the 70 years of the party and down with imperialism union with the monument was completed. Down with imperialism? Yes, remember before the lineage of the glorious leader finally wrested the country... I misread that terribly. We had been annexed into the traitorous Western Japanese Empire. That ended after Japan's crushing defeat at the United States' hands in the Second World War. So in essence, this part of the monument is in celebration of No No Nippon. How many times are we going to make jobs at the game that this is clearly a parody of, I wonder? That may be the worst pun I've ever heard. You've never met my drill sergeant. There are more monuments than other places to see. However, some of them may not leave you with a very good feeling. After all, the history between our countries is strained. I thought Korea and the United States were friendly with each other. Not with true Korea, no. You're on good terms with the occupied part of the country. Up here, not so much. Some of the art may disturb you. I've seen children with explosives strapped to them used as IEDs. I think I can handle some anti-American artwork. First, that's horrible. Who would use an innocent child as a disposable weapon? Far better to train them with rifles and have them kill waves of foreign invaders like in the Great War. Second, don't say I didn't warn you. Well, I'm glad to see there are still people shocked by kids getting used as makeshift bombs. Wait, that's not much better. Kids don't make good riflemen anyway. The guns are too heavy. Better to have them operate crew-served weapons. They can carry it as a group, which helps them build essential teamwork skills. That's an excellent point. I'll have to pass that idea on up. That was it's not worth arguing. Let's just go inside. Zhang nods and leads me by the hand to the main section of the art studio, which looks exactly like the last one. All around us are different kinds of artwork. Paintings, drawings, embroideries, and even woodcuttings. Honestly, they aren't that bad. I'm surprised by the quality. The themes are mostly of the nature of the ever-present Workers' Party, though I notice a painter in one area working on something completely outside of those boundaries. Before I can head over, Zhang tugs at my sleeve. I have no use to the facilities. Or, I have to use the facilities. Could you wait for me here? Yeah, she has no use of the facilities. She went back before we left the, barracks, yeah. Facilities? Are you going to paint something? No, I mean I have to make a stop at the restroom. Oh, you need to hit the head. Got it. Sure thing, I'll be here. Hit the head? You haven't done anything to warrant that punishment yet. Sorry, military jargon for go to the bathroom. Interesting. I may have to teach that one to Yunji. She might scare some soldiers with that expression. Anyway, I'll try not to take too long. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. You know, it might not be a bad idea to... Something about this is going to backfire, I can tell already. As she heads off, I walk over to the painter I spotted a few minutes ago. He's painting a picture of what can only be described as war crimes being committed. However, it's a group of American soldiers torturing and killing Koreans. At the center is Marine Corps General James Mad Dog Mattis using a baseball bat to bash in the head of a Korean woman. Which has some historical issues beyond the content itself, but either way. I try to stay quiet, but I accidentally sneeze, drawing the attention of the artist. His face goes ghost white as he turns around and sees me. Okay, well, this is a bit difficult spot. Okay. I'm tempted to... Yeah, this is probably the best option. This guy is seriously infected with a case of, oh shit, an American is here to kill me syndrome. Maybe I'd best just stay quiet, smile, and keep my arms to my side so as not to agitate him anymore. There, see dude, I come in peace. Security! Security, help! And it appears he went for the shoot to kill as security guards come rushing towards us. Wait, I didn't know I'm an American, not a British Icelander or something. Damn it, I have no choice but to just stand here as two armed guards rush right up to me. Hands up, American pig dog! I don't know why I have this accent because it's clearly not Korean. No sudden movements either. I slowly raise my hands behind my head and walk towards the guards as instructed. The first guard continues to hold his rifle at me while motioning to the other guard to frisk me. I'm tempted to make a joke about coping a feel on the first date, but I seriously don't think those make for very good words. The guard quickly pats me down and relieves me of the meager possessions from my pocket, then heads to the first guard. Not much on him, sir. Just a wallet and mostly American money, a tin of breath mints, and a really crappy flip phone even my mother would be embarrassed to use. In other words, a damn tourist. This is the 5th time he's freaked out over a tourist this month. Han-Juan, we told you to stop freaking out over every American who comes near you. The artist Han-Juan turns back to his easel, sheepishly without another word to me. Unfortunately, the guards have more to say. I just wish they lowered their weapons while doing so. Okay, Yankee Doodle, where's your tour guide? You know the rules, no wandering off from the guides. I'm sorry, my tour guide needed to go to the bathroom. Had to hit the head, did he? So you guys use that phrase too? Oh, and my guide is a she. No way they assigned a female guide to an American, no joking! You've got a loaded weapon aimed at my head. I'm all for jokes, but I usually prefer them to not end in my death as the punchline. I'm telling the truth, my tour guide is a female and her name is Jong. Tell you what, we'll wait here for Jong to show up. Takes another 10 minutes, but Jong finally arrives on the scene. It's like she didn't even notice the heavily armed men casually hanging out with me. I mean, she walks right up to me and grabs my hand like she's been doing the whole trip. All freshened up, ready to go now? You may want to check with Hans and Franz over there so they don't pump me with lead as they walk away. Jong finally notices the 2 guards who appear to be in a bit of a shock that I was telling the truth. Or that Jong is pretty damn cute. Maybe a bit of both, whatever. I apologize, gentlemen. I had to hit them on the head, as it would be improper to bring my guest with me. I had him wait here. He didn't cause any trouble, did he? And not really. He freaked out Han-Juan, but that's nothing new of worth filing the paperwork over. Here's your stuff back, and seriously, you need to upgrade your phone. You're telling me! The 2 guards leave us and head back to their posts, leaving me with Jong and a lack of loaded guns pointing at me. I can't blame them. They were just doing their job. Sorry about that. Some of the artists here are a little more paranoid than others. Well, yeah, if I was painting something depicting the Korean brutally killing Americans, and you walked up behind me, I'd probably freak out too. Oh yeah, that piece will eventually be moved to a different museum. Let's go look at other pieces instead. We head around the spacious art complex gazing at various pieces, mostly in silence. Not exactly a comfortable silence after what just happened, but it's not unpleasant either. Eventually, the lull in conversation is broken by Jong's soft voice. I'm sorry you had to see that painting. It's no big deal, Jong. Everyone has their version of history. I suppose, however, it must be hard learning that your country has committed unspeakable crimes against innocents. I can't deny that we haven't been perfect, but I'm pretty sure the Mad Dog never bashed into anyone's head with a baseball bat. Well, at least not in Korea. I'm feeling a tad confused. I'm supposed to hate you. I've been told Americans are nothing but murderers and looters. Yet you seem different. Governments have a lot of power to sway the minds of their people into believing something. It's not until you meet an actual individual that you realize we're all pretty much the same in the end. Even the British. That does make some sense. I mean, I've given tours to different Americans the past couple of years. None of them seemed the type to slaughter anyone. They all had their quirks, but overall they seemed nice enough. Don't worry about it too much. We're all just people in the end. It's getting kind of late in the afternoon. Ready to get lunch? Yes, I would like that. I really wish my mouse cursor didn't have to sit on the screen, but then where else am I going to put it? You know what? I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen to annoy you guys with. Since the trolley bus won't be back for a while, we ended up eating at the complex's cafe. Okay, I'll move it. This might be the most meager meal I've had since coming here, and the worst kimchi. Jong and I sit in the corner away from the others, lest another guy panics at the lack of Koreanness. There's more art to see, and we probably should end the tour with the grand monuments outside before smacking the trolley bus. It's hit the bus. But anyway, isn't that where Yoonji had her international incident? Yes, at the statues of our beloved leaders who transcended to watch over us from the stars. That's a rather beautiful way of describing the death of someone. Death? Gods do not die. They transcend when it's time to leave their progeny in charge. Gee, for somebody who's spoken English for 23 years, there sure are a lot of English words I have trouble with. You think the former leaders are gods? Not at all. They're not former leaders. They just guide us in a transcended state. Right, so how about this kimchi? Yunji's is way better, am I right? Zhang appears lost in reverent thought about the dead leaders. Maybe that's for the best. The relative silence is interrupted as a bowl clanks to the ground. Looking over, I see a middle-aged lady who has unfortunately dropped her kimchi. The poor woman appears to be on the verge of tears as she uses her own shirt to mop up the mess. Couldn't they get her a mop or something? No, the rule for wasting food is one must clean it up with their own cloth. Will they at least give her another bowl of food? Seriously, I can see her ribs through her shirt. No, each person is only allowed one bowl. She will have to wait until she goes home to eat. That doesn't seem fair. Even the drill instructors weren't that cruel in boot camp. Seems sad, but she was given according to her needs. To give her more would be to deny someone else's needs. I probably have a really dumbfounded look on my face. It just seems unfathomable. It's not like the bowls of kimchi were that big anyway. They're going to let her starve? Can you just wait for 1 second? I have to do some... Don't! Oh no. You're going to do something stupid and it's going to get us all killed. Need to split the head? That's hit the head. And no, I just need to do something. It'll only take a minute. Okay, but please don't leave the mess hall. I won't. Pick up my bowl of kimchi, which I've only eaten a spoonful. With some reservation, considering how many people are staring at me already, I slowly walk over to the woman who has spilled her food. She's sitting alone, crying softly, waiting for the end of her scheduled break. She doesn't hear me approach, and I'm pretty sure I feel all the other eyes on me. When I finally get to her, I place my bowl in front of her. I try my best to speak formal Korean. You look hungry. Please have this kimchi. She looks up with a confused expression, then looks down to see the bowl in front of her. She doesn't move to get it. It's okay. I'm not hungry, so you enjoy it. She still seems confused, but she slowly moves her hand towards the bowl. I nod to reassure her that it's okay to eat it. When she finally has it in her hands and realizes I'm not going to steal it over, knock it over, or slap her, she softly mumbles to me, "Thank you." I then head back to sit down with Jong again, and she has a baffled look on her face. Why'd you do that? Now you'll have no lunch and you won't be able to eat until we get home. You're absolutely right. Do you want to walk around the rest of the day on an empty stomach? You couldn't be more right if you tried. I'm telling you that you'll be hungry until we get home. Doesn't that bother you? Yet again, you are correct. Are you even listening? You just keep agreeing with me even when I'm asking you a question. Dad always told me to avoid getting in an argument with a woman. Just keep telling her she's right. It seemed to work for him. Well, I can't say he's wrong, but now's not the time. I'll be fine. I need to lose some weight anyway. Well, there's something in-game Sean and I have in common. Liar. I could see your abs on the cameras when you change. You have cameras? That's not the point. I'm going to ignore that for now. Either way, she needs the food more than me. This place is taking starving artists to a dangerous new level. I guess I don't quite understand, but it seems like you did a very nice thing. I'd share my kimchi with you, but I ate it already. It's fine. Let's go to those statues. She nods, stands up again, and takes me by the hand back into the main art exhibit areas. She's really not shy about holding hands. Not that I'm complaining. But I will complain about the odd looks I keep getting from the workers. Pig dogs! Okay, no, I wouldn't do that, but still. I get the feeling they see me holding hands with Jong, and they're somewhere between angry and confused. As we go back through the artist's work area, I see my old friend, the guy who freaked out when I watched him paint. Now the American soldier in the painting... Oh, what the hell?! The bastard painted my face on him! I'll get him, that little shit! Are you feeling okay? Who, me? Oh yeah, I'm fine! Why do you ask? You spaced out there for a bit. Sorry, just got lost in thought. We have a little more time before the trolley bus comes to take us home. Shall we go to the statues now? Sure thing. Just don't do me a favor and go full Yoonji on me and bow while I'm trying to take a picture. Silly boy, only Yoonji does that. Always in a rush and never checks. It was bound to happen someday. Too bad she destroyed the evidence. Yeah, that would have made an awesome CG shot. Somewhere in this game, I'm going to take a bet that that's a CG shot. And if not, somebody out there has made artwork of it. If this game has a bunch of die-hard fans, which, to be fair, I would understand if it does. A what now? Nothing, let's go. Oh, wow, I just completely disacknowledged the fourth wall break there. Anyway, Chung leads me back outside, and we travel the path to Masude Hall. Masude. I cannot repeat that word enough to... Whatever. Home of many large monuments to Korea and the Workers' Party. Jong takes us to the large statues of the first two leaders of Korea. She bows to them and then turns to talk to me. These are the statues of the two great leaders, the original leader and his son who followed him after his transcendence. They stand at 22 meters tall and are made of bronze. The original leader on the left was erected first when he was still leading us on the ground. He was covered in gold leaf in the original statue, but was later altered to bronze. Yeah, those are some really tall statues. I should get a picture to show everyone back home. Don't! Whip out my hopelessly outdated flip phone and try to work the camera as best I can. As soon as I take a shot, Jong is peering over my shoulder at the result. No, I'm sorry, that won't do. You'll have to delete that and take it again. What? Why? It's a pretty good shot for this shoddy phone. And you aren't even in the photo, so there are no wardrobe malfunctions. And I think you understand why Yoonji was so angry in her story. Well, I'm sure she was embarrassed a little at her unmentionables on film. She was more upset that the Russian tourists hadn't gotten all of both statues in the shot. Wait, so because I don't have their legs in the shot, all in the shot, I have to retake it? Yes, I cannot look the other way on this. Please delete it and try again. Fine, here goes nothing. I delete the photo and try to frame both of them on the tiny screen. No good, I have to keep moving back. But the further back I go, the smaller the picture. After about 5 bad takes, I finally get a shot that fits in the frame. Very good, this photo is acceptable. Sure, too bad I can't tell they're statues anymore. Okay, that was funny. On that note, I think we're going to leave off. So, next time on Stay, Democratic People's Republic of Korea. We'll see what else happens in the art district and how much more trouble we get into, because Lord knows we're having fun here. Alright, so see you guys next time.